Team Cruise Reviews. It's our first Virgin cruise. Now, we live near Port Canaveral, which is like a major cruise port. They made us drive all the way to Miami for this. Oh my God, the traffic is horrendous in South Florida. If you've never driven there, don't ever do it. It's just terrible. It's a pretty neat port, though. They have a tunnel that goes under something or other and takes you right out to the port. Now, you're going to be looking for Terminal V, which is weird because it goes like A, B, C, D, E, and then it goes to V. I guess they're trying to be kitschy, as you'll see in a lot of things. And there it is. It's all the way towards the end. You can't miss it. Well, actually, we did. We had to drive around twice, but that's because we are who we are. And it's a nice port. The COVID testing can be done right here at the port. It's free. It's fast. And the only thing I didn't like is you couldn't drop off your bags right up here. You couldn't drive around there. I see some people do it if they had car service. They do, but they wouldn't let us do it. We had to bring them from the garage. So here's what we thought. Tim and Felicia were here at the Virgin Cruise Port. We took our COVID test. Was that crazy?
No, it's so simple.
It was really easy, right? And she didn't go really deep up my nose either.
No,
no,
anything.
And it's in this tent right behind us here, so it is kind of pseudo air conditioned. It's a little warm. Normally we do our test before we get on the ship, but I had a little snafu this time.
We did.
And I'll tell you.
But this worked out really great. I mean, we've never experienced this before during the COVID testing at the port.
It's free.
It's free.
It's super fast. No line.
There was no line. Walked in, filled out the online app, right up, did the nose swab, and now we're just waiting for the results to come in within 10 to 15 minutes.
It was no problemo.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's a really nice port here. They're not letting us in. It's hot as I don't know what out here.
It's hot.
And you can't go inside until they open the doors, even for the rock stars at 1:30. So we're out here waiting, schwitzing, and we will let you know what it looks like when we get inside. I'm super excited. Our first Virgin. Ew.
How we doing, folks?
Good.
Okay, make sure you have the passports with you. Gonna go take your COVID test. Once you're done with the COVID test, you're gonna go ahead and have a complimentary shuttle. We'll take you guys over to the Bayside and bring you back when it's time to check in. Okay? You check in about 1:30, 2 o'clock. The bag will be delivered to the cabin for you. All right, you guys have a wonderful cruise, and we'll see you when you get back.
So this was the first of several times I was gang rushed and thrown to the floor and handcuffed because of HIPAA, I guess. But this real nice, clean facility, and you get your results in a matter of minutes, and then you're able to get on. So this is where the rock stars, we did have rock star status. We bought a suite in this one, and there's a whole separate check-in area, which is a lot smaller. And I don't know, I guess it's a little nice. I didn't really see the other side. But this was kind of cool. A lot of stuff roped off, and they have special areas for super mega rock stars, I guess. And this is the first time we were able to see the average age, and it was all over the place, to be honest with you. And we're talking anywhere from, like, I don't know, late 20s, I guess, was the youngest, a couple of 18-year-olds, all the way up to, like, 80 on this ship. So we're supposed to get on at 1:30. It was supposed to be 12:30, and then it was 1:30, and then this is where they corral the normal people without rock star status. And finally, about 2:15, I guess, we got on. And real small gangway, not a real long gangway like some of the other ships. We're greeted by the Diva herself. We didn't know this at the time, but she's the singer. Apparently she didn't share my energy. And this is where you're walking now. We're not really sure where to go. It looks like they have a bunch of people here preventing you from going left, and we just want you to go right. And for the rock stars and mega rock stars, there is, well, the mega rock stars go to their suites for a personal concierge or agent or whatever they call those people. And the rest of us went to this bar, and we would meet our rock star agents, and they would tell us what's going on, what they do for us, introduce themselves, and all that fun stuff. So we weren't really sure. Nobody really told us where to go. We just kind of went on and just followed these people who looked like they knew where they were going. And of course you start, this is like good champagne too. Yeah. So we sat here, kind of mingled for a little while.
Under the services, if you require some like extra towel, water, you can find it here in the services.
So we went to our room.
If you have a laundry to pick up,
laundry?
Want us to do the cabin, you can always click the services. And it will give us a notification, and we will come running.
And here's the bar, look. And the Rockstar room attendants were amazing, too.
And
look at that, Tito's. Some tequila, nice.
Okay.
And a little
then
Bombay.
After that,
And some wine and
there
stuff in
will
the
be an
refrigerator too.
announcement if the assembly station will be
And
open.
oh my God, the most aggressive mustard drill I have ever heard. This is crazy. I feel like they're yelling at me. I felt like I was in trouble. Okay, so we got through that, and there was no test or anything. Once you watched it, you went down, checked in, and they scanned your little wrist tag, and boom, you were done. So we'll do a whole room video in another video, because that's pretty lengthy itself, and this one's pretty long. So we decided it's going to grab something to eat, a place called the Galley, and we'll show that to you in this video. So you scan the menu. I guess you can get a paper menu too, but this one we didn't do that. So it's all online on your phone, and you pick what you want. And you used to be able to order online, I understand, but now they come to your table and take your order, which is nice. And the bento boxes are just grab and go. There's all kinds of sushi. I love the spicy tuna. I think I had like 30 of these. So good. And the noodle bowls were amazing too. Of course, I'm conducting business on the phone when I'm supposed to be relaxing. Story of my life. The noodles were really good too. I tried a couple different ones too. Just really, really nice. And no, I cannot eat with chopsticks. Thank you. So after we had a little bit of lunch, a couple of drinks, we went up to the top because I've always wanted to see what this net was all about. No, it's not a trampoline. I don't really know what it's for. I guess you're supposed to bring your towel and lay on it.
King of the world!
But it's really, really uncomfortable. Those little knots in the intersections are very, very hard.
Back, you go off the end of the ship.
But I've seen 2, 3 people on here. When people had too much to drink, they started jumping on it, and they're like, I don't want you to do that. It's not going to break. There's steel cables underneath it.
Just do it!
A lot of people were scared. They tell you to take your shoes off, and it was so dirty, nearly nobody took their shoes. It just is what it is, you know. So we walked around the sports deck and saw all this cool stuff here. I guess chess is now a sport, but I guess with pieces this big, maybe it is. Who knows?
Stand in front of it.
So that's neat, kind of kitschy. I didn't see anybody play this. And then they have these binocular things that are terrible, very low powered, couldn't really see anything. And this is the first of the 2 pools. It's kind of a weird, you see how small it is. So people would sit on there, and I never saw anybody in these 2 hot tubs. It was the strangest thing. And this is the second pool, again, very small, and these are only 2 pools on the ship. You know, they get crowded pretty quick. We were at about 50% capacity, and it was filled early. This is the boxing ring. It's so curious. It's a hard floor. It is not a boxing ring. It's just kind of a kitschy little thing to see. And you can go in there and get some gloves and whatever, but you can't box anybody. You can just box yourself, I guess, knock yourself out. Then they have these adult seesaws and teeter-totters and whatever they're called. And Felicia and I tried this out because you have to, right? It's there. It's in the hot sun all day. I mean, I didn't see anybody on these things either. Lots of seats out here if you just want to chill and smell testosterone behind you. It all happens right up here on this deck. And these are kind of cool too. But again, it's really hot in the sun, and I didn't see many people out on these during the whole cruise. We went out and checked several times. Really underutilized. For people who don't know how to relax, you can run, and believe me, there were more than... well, quite a few of those people doing that. Little basketball court on here. It's a little narrow, but, you know, adequate. And we did see soot from the smokestacks. They managed to keep it clean most of the cruise, but it is what it is. The elevator's pretty cool. It looks like you're going underwater. And they've got a projector shooting down on the floor with these water effects. It looks really cool in the mirror, too. You can see there is a 13th floor. Ooh, superstition-y. But there was no 17 because it didn't go that high. I think it went up to about 16, and I don't think an elevator. I think there was a 17th level. I'm sure if an elevator went up there. Actually, I think it did, as a matter of fact. So, superstition out to the wind. We took our own self-guided tour of the spa, which you're not supposed to do, but hey, we're who we are because we're rock stars. Very, very pretty spa, more than adequate. It has saunas. It has a salt room, which is pretty cool, although I couldn't really see the salt. I imagine that's the salt in the wall. Whatever, but nice places to chill. And these heated benches, which apparently people just sit on all day and just heat up while you could do that outside. But spa prices in line with most of the other cruise ships, so that's nice. Here's the casino. What's interesting about this is look at the rug. No squirrely patterns on the rug, and there's windows, so you know what time of the day it is. So this violates the 2 main rules of casinos. Never, I mean, confuse the heck out of people with your carpet and never let them know what time it is. When you're looking out the window, you're going to know if it's day or night, so that is pretty cool. I think these did close at some point. But when the casino was open, we walked through a couple times, the windows were open. I thought that was pretty neat. Just about everything you want. They've got the blackjack, you've got your roulette, you've got your poker, your slot machines, a little bit of everybody. Not as big as most of the other casinos, and no cigarette smoke. So that was nice in itself. I dug that too. All right, continuing the tour of the ship, we found the customer service area, which there's no long counters here. It's kind of round, looks like an Apple store. Kind of weird, right? And behind there is Pink Agave, and everybody shows this big light. Looks like a spaceship tube you go through. And our first meal was at Pink Agave, which is kind of a non-traditional Mexican restaurant, I guess. A lot of cool little drinks here and very small plates for their entrees. And they encourage you to order one of everything. They said, try it all. And if you want more, come and get more. So we tried quite a few things here, but the main thing I wanted to try was the cricket drink.
Oh my God!
These are actually roasted crickets they put in this beverage. And they're not alive, and I actually paid for this. They have the legs torn off, most of them, but there was a leg or two in the ice cube, which I can't do legs, okay? It was hard to eat the body. No, and there's probably still poo in there.
It's like a really
And it did.
pistachio.
It did. It tasted like a nut, but it needed some salt on it.
Eat a cricket?
I'm just glad there's not legs on
I'll
it.
tell you what, I probably wouldn't do it again voluntarily, but, you know, if we run out of food, we might all be eating bugs someday. Who knows? The pork was very, very tender and moist, and the sauces were great. It was a pretty good meal. If you were used to traditional, this was the highlight. The desserts were whew, did a little too many of those, huh? Now the first show, this theater is called the Red Room, and it is amazing. It's kind of like a Love Boat themed show. Kind of, it wasn't really a drag show, but it bordered on kind of a cabaret. It was kind of, it's goofy, you know. There's some singing and dancing. And there's always the one bald guy with a beard who tries a little too hard, and he's like in every show. And he had a pretty good voice, I guess. The dancing was, yeah, it was alright. If you want to chill and have a couple drinks, there's no popcorn or drink service in the theater, so you gotta bring your own. You can't get popcorn on the ship. That's pretty cool, too. And most of the music's pre-recorded, and that's cool. And then he puts on a dress, so it's kind of like, it is sort of drag, so I wasn't sure exactly what's going on here. All right, and then the pajama party was on the first night, and not many people participated, and, you know, that's typical. Maybe on your cruise there'll be more, but we just left. Hey, Tim and Felicia live from Virgin Cruises. This is our first Virgin Cruise. We're on Scarlet Lady, and I'm super excited. What do you think so far?
I love it. I gotta say, the food on this ship is outstanding.
And the service is impeccable. It really is. So let's talk about day one. Day one, we boarded the ship, and what did you think about the boarding process?
It was okay. I didn't really care to sit in the hallway, so to speak, and wait until it was our time, and which was an hour after the time they actually said it was our time.
Not that we're bougie, but we did book a Rockstar Suite, which is the suite class here. And I think all our other experiences with the suite class in MSC, on Norwegian, on even Royal Caribbean, we were kind of escorted, and I felt like we weren't corralled. I felt like we were corralled in this one. There's a lot of people with suites.
I agree with that. Yeah, totally.
We were about 45 minutes late boarding. It was supposed to be 12:30. Then we got an email like a week in advance, and it said due to weather conditions. Apparently they have a crystal ball, and they knew the weather was going to be bad, even though it was sunny and beautiful. So they backed it up to 1:30, and then we didn't get on to like 2:15, 2:20, I think. Yeah.
It was later. It was late.
No big deal, really. So once we got on, everything was fabulous. The room is phenomenal, and we will have a complete room tour. You're probably looking at some of it right now. What do you think of your room?
It's gorgeous. It's so big. I love the bar. I love the drawers with the bar accessories in them. I love the turntable. Retro, but it's cool. Yeah, it's beautiful. The bathroom is outstanding.
Oh, the bathroom is phenomenal, too. So here you don't have a concierge. They don't call them that. They call them, what do they call them?
Rockstar agents.
yes, we have agents here, right? And our agent's name is Lazar. And then when we got on, like we asked a couple, everybody's like, well, who's your agent? And we're like, we really don't know yet. And they looked up our room and they're like, oh, Lazar. What did you think of it, like the first time when they said that?
Nah, I don't know.
We thought we were in trouble. We're like, hey, can we change? But then we got on and we met Lazar. And what happened?
He is fabulous. He is so attentive. He's such a nice kid.
I think he may be the rock star that all other rock stars aspire to be. He really is the bomb. He does so many things for us. So we have a bar in the room, and we are tequila aficionados. Now, they give you a bottle of Tito's vodka, a pretty big bottle. They give you a tiny little, it's like a 375 milliliter bottle of tequila. They give you gin and a bunch of other stuff, too. And then when you're in the Rockstar Suites, you get one free bottle, and then after that, you pay as you go. But these are complimentary. They're included with your room fee. But he was nice enough to, actually, he didn't swap it out. He just brought us another bottle of tequila, didn't he?
He did. He brought us another big bottle of tequila.
And we just got a bottle of Moet champagne, bubbly.
Yeah, he had it delivered to the room.
For no reason, which is really bizarre. On ice, so that was really sweet, too. So, yeah, the service. Our room attendant has been phenomenal. She's been at our beck and call, did everything we asked her to do. We only have to ask for anything once, right?
One time, and she's all over it. She brought us a steamer the first day. That was nice. I'm not going to lie, that was nice.
We're talking about our first day here, and this is a different type of ship. I wouldn't say it's small. It's probably smaller if you've been on the Oasis class ships on Royal Caribbean or some of the bigger ships, but I don't think it's that small. They don't have a promenade, so are you having a problem finding your way around?
I'm not having too much of a problem finding around. You are. I don't know why.
Not many pools here, and the pools that are here are smaller. Not much on the hot tubs either as well, but we really don't use those facilities here. The gym is pretty big. It's on two sides. A tremendous amount of equipment. There's even a boxing ring. What did you think of the boxing ring?
Boxing ring's interesting. It's just it's like I don't know, maybe a 9x9 boxing ring. It's not on any kind of special flooring, and it's got the punching bag in the middle.
So it's not really a boxing ring. You know what I mean? There's no soft floor. It's very, very small, and I don't think anybody actually boxes. I was really concerned the first time I heard there was a boxing ring on board.
I don't think you can get gloves either. I mean, for a true boxing ring, you'd have the gloves, but I don't think that's part of the gig.
I think there is a workout available where you can get gloves, but you hit the speed bag. I think that's really all it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that is interesting. We went to Richard's Rooftop, and only suite guests can get in there, and they give you free champagne every night. That's pretty nice, right?
5:30 to 7 every night. Yeah, it's nice.
And there's a whole bunch of different entertainment. We went to, tell us what we went to the first night.
Oh, I don't remember the name.
Was it a pajama party?
Well, we did the pajama party, but we did the show beforehand.
Oh, in the red room. Actually, I don't think there was a name for that. What did you think of the show?
I thought the show was fantastic. Talented singer, the lead performer, the dancers were outstanding. I thoroughly enjoyed the show.
It was very well put together, very well rehearsed. It's actually better than a lot of the entertainment we saw on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas.
Right. Agreed. Yeah, way agreed.
They could learn a few things from that. So, day number one, very exciting. We did, when we got on board, we did have lunch, and they don't really have a buffet. What is that area called? Do you remember?
It's called the Galley. And you basically go to your tables, you scan the QR code, and it brings up the menu, and you pick and choose what you'd like to have. Somebody comes up to you, says, what can I get for you? They go get the stuff and bring it back to you, so there's no customer touching product at all. It's very safe in that respect. It's different, but safe.
Very different. You can get, and what we've noticed around the boat, too, is you can pick up salads, the charcuterie boards.
Yes.
I don't even know how to say that. There's like Caesar salads. There's sushi you can pick up, I think, just about any time of day, and they're at various locations all over the ship. We haven't explored them all as of day one, but there are a lot of different places you can pick up food if you're hungry, I guess, any time of the day, huh?
Yeah, agreed. And the pizza place is really nice. I mean, it's not pizza by the slice from what I can tell. It's these little 9-inch looking pizzas and have them made to order, and they cook them right there fresh. Give you a buzzer and buzz you when your pizza's ready. It's actually really, really, really good. We did one last night.
There's an ice cream place on here too. There is a snack place where you can get and most of this stuff's complimentary since they don't have a main dining room, so you can pretty much eat anywhere you want on this ship for no additional charge. That's including the restaurants, the steak place, the Mexican restaurant, the Italian restaurant, and all these little snack shops and everything completely, I don't want to say complimentary, it's actually you paid for it, so it's part of your cruise fare. And also tipping, supposedly. I haven't seen many people tip, have you?
No, we haven't. But we have tipped. We have not seen others do the same thing.
I think tips are generally included in most of the services you're going to receive here, so you could leave them a few extra bucks. It doesn't hurt, and you will get a little bit better. We've gotten a few perks I'm not going to talk about, and I can't talk about because we have tipped. But yeah, you can tip. Tipping is totally optional here, so that's kind of weird. So also your sodas, your Coke products, your teas, coffees, completely free. And we had room service. What do you think of room service?
Okay, room service was really, really cool. They delivered it promptly at the time that we selected. It showed up in 2 cylinder cooler heater bags. I don't know what you want to call them.
Some space age stuff, really. It's the coolest bags I've ever seen. Was everything hot?
Everything was hot. The coffee they gave you, we asked for coffee. They gave you a thermal cylinder of decaf, a thermal cylinder of regular coffee. They gave you a thing of skim milk. We had eggs and bacon and potatoes. We had croissants delivered. Tea, 2 things of hot water for tea. All the condiments in these nice little stainless steel containers. I mean, it was nice. It was impressive.
And they've done some really interesting things on this ship. So a lot of people say it's an alternative cruise. I wouldn't say that probably scares a lot of people thinking it's sexually alternative, but it's more of an adult thing, meaning that you're free to kind of be who you want to be, but they're not going to push it. There is some language during the trivia, which I thought was great. Some 4-letter words they dropped, which you can't do when you have kids around. I thought that was fun. And the entertainment's a little more skewed towards adult audiences. They don't have to worry about the little ears. You have to be 18 or older to get on the ship, 21 older to drink. What do you think the average age is from what you've seen so far?
45 to 50, I think, from what I've seen. I mean, there are some younger folks on the ship too, but I think in general it's kind of the 45, 50-ish. Some older than that.
I think Virgin's really gunning for 20s to 30s, but I think actually when they're finding their audience is a little bit older. I think, I agree, it's 45 to 55 is about the average here.
That's what it looks like to us, yeah. And the ship is about 50% capacity.
Nice looking group too. I mean, I think much better looking than you typically. I mean, no offense if you're on a different line, but good looking people here too. It has a capacity of about 2,000 passengers. They said it were about 50%, which is pretty much typical at this point in time. Yeah.
I think so. It's nice. It's nice.
Nice crowd.
Nice crowd. Service has been outstanding. What did you think about Pink Agave last night, the Mexican restaurant?
Pink Agave was interesting. These aren't traditional. They're more like modern Mexican, Italian steakhouses. So they do things with like a little, I want to say like a bougie flair. You know what I mean? Like, I'm into the more, I'm going to be honest, I'm more into traditional stuff. I like the burritos, I like the tacos, I like fajitas, but they don't do that kind of stuff here. In the Italian restaurant, it's going to be a little bit different, but I think you're going to enjoy it. You can special order stuff if you want to do that, if you don't want to be bougie, but I guess it's good to try it all. What did you think of Pink Agave?
I thought Pink Agave was really, really good. You get the menu, they've got these small plates that are at their appetizers, they've got medium-sized plates, and then they've got the full-size meal if you want. And you can pick and choose what you want and get as many of them as you'd like. Try them all if you want. I think that's pretty cool.
Is it true that you made me order a drink with crickets and then you made me eat the crickets last night?
Okay, it's true that you ordered a drink that had crickets in it. It's true that you ate a cricket.
I ate two.
I made you do nothing.
They tasted a little nutty. It was like a bitter, nutty flavor. It's kind of weird. I could imagine if they were roasted with salt, you probably wouldn't be able to tell if they're different from nuts.
All right, so what I did make you do is brush and floss when we got back to the room.
Now, they take the legs off, although in one of the ice cubes there was a leg floating around there.
No, that's nasty. Sorry, no.
And once I saw the leg, that was the end of my cricket experience, seriously. But it was interesting. It really was an interesting. So it's been really cool so far, really enlightening. It's a different type of cruise, a different crowd, all different procedures. So really excited to see what day 2 brings us here on Virgin Cruises Scarlet Lady. And we'll do a little tour of Key West as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely love Key West.
Well, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any ideas or viewpoints or things that you found interesting on Virgin Cruises or any other cruise for that much. My name is Tim.
And I'm Felicia.
And what do we always say?
Bye, Felicia.
I knew she was going to say that. So let's get into it. Day 2 on Virgin Scarlet Lady. The room service is next level. I mean, this stuff's all hot. It's in insulated containers.
Hot waters.
There's ceramic too. That's nice. So you're not getting PVAs or whatever's coming through plastic. And the food was actually pretty good. And you get lumps. Look at this. Oh, 1 lump, please. And the baked goods are awesome and fresh and wonderful. So yeah, we did this quite a few times. There's your condiments too, all packed nicely.
Sugar.
Looks like ammunition dumps, doesn't it? Interesting presentation. Loved it. The food was hot. I got to figure out where these bags are. I'm going to bring these everywhere from now on. And your lineup does show up on your TV. If you're not sure what's going on, you could look at your phone, but this was the easiest way to do it. Just kind of eyeball and it scrolls through automatically. Now, we pulled into Key West. Understand there's some contention. We thought there might be protesters because we were one of the first cruises to go back to Key West since Key West their voters decided they didn't want cruise ships on the port anymore. And we do have a complete tour of Key West, and watch for that video on this channel. So make sure you like and subscribe, and you'll get pineapples on the door. So this is our room, 14237Z. It is the Brilliant Suite in the Rockstar class. So there's the Rockstar and Mega Rockstar. And every room comes with a turntable. That's interesting, right? And yeah, you can see our Rockstar Suite video for that. And that's pretty comprehensive. This is where you get the popcorn. You can get pretzels here. I think they have cheesesteaks and some brownies and snacks. And again, this is all included with your cruise fare. No additional charge. The only thing you're going to pay for is alcoholic beverages. And they've got an arcade, and this guy playing Donkey Kong. He was really in it. His wife's standing outside. He's like, we wouldn't have paid $5,000 for a cruise so you can play Donkey Kong? What's wrong with you? So we felt bad for her. This is the game box. A lot of people ask us, well, what's in here? And you can see there's all kinds of old school games and some new stuff in here too if you want to do that. Kind of weird. And this is the pizza parlor, which we did find a couple of times, and the pizza was really good. So you kind of tell them what you want on it, and they cook it for you right there. It takes about 15, 20. Who wants, ew, I don't want egg on my pizza. That's disgusting. Apparently some people like it, and the pizza was pretty good. They do not deliver. You have to go down there and pick it up, but they do have boxes if you want to take it back. And Lick Me Til Ice Cream.
Lick Me Til Ice Cream.
It sounds so dirty.
I get what you're doing there.
Yeah, the ice cream is freshly made every day. They'd have strawberry, regular, and chocolate cones. Highly recommend the chocolate cones. Yum. And then there's this dockhouse place kind of hidden on the back of the boat, I think. Is this the back or the front? Actually, I'm not even sure where this is. It might be the front for all. No, I think this is the back. It's a cute little place. And they have these takeaway things, including their charcuterie and cheese takeaway. Now, these are in plastic too, but no big deal. All kinds of salads and all kinds of yummy stuff you can grab at different times of the day if you don't feel like going to a restaurant. And the food is pretty good. Now, going back up to, I think, level 7, you can get your hair cut here, which I didn't see many guys doing that. There is a beauty salon for the ladies if you want to get your hair due for that special day. And they do sell makeup in case you forgot it. Not in port days, only when at sea. There is a booty-free shop open while they're at sea, which is a liquor store. The prices were pretty comparable to Florida. We didn't buy anything there, but tax-free. And there is a freaking tattoo parlor with 3 chairs. Sometimes they have multiple tattoo artists working, sometimes just one, but it's pretty big size, right? And it's pretty popular. We saw a bunch of people of various sizes and ages doing this. Lots of designs, and apparently they're pretty good. But you're not supposed to get them wet, so this is weird. So I snuck in. We found the Groupie. This is the private karaoke studios.
Oh, props.
There was nobody here, so I snuck in just to see what it looked like. Because I want to show you guys everything. 3 rooms here of different sizes. I guess the blue room's the smallest, pink room's adequate, and the purple room I think was the biggest. I'm not sure, there wasn't anybody here. So I snuck in the purple room and decided to do a private performance. Because if there's a microphone, Tim can't resist it. Like this.
The mic is live, the mic is live. I see so much purple, I feel like Prince has not died. The mic is live, the mic is live.
Alright, apparently the amount of these room security found me, threw me in the Brig.
No, please.
I survived on champagne for 2 hours. No chair. It was terrible. So don't do that, okay? Extra Virgin was the restaurant we went to on this night. This is the kind of like Italian fusion, modern Italian.
Ooh, pretty.
It's no Olive
Funky
Garden, okay?
bartender. Like it? How are you?
How you doing?
Good.
So very, very well lit and bright and cheery and great service in all these restaurants, I have to admit. And the food was pretty darn good, too. Look at these boys.
Oh, stop.
My
So
mouth
good.
is watering. Look at you. Oh. Cute little seats here, and again, our boat was about half capacity, about 1,000 out of 2,000 passengers. So here's the menu. You can pause right here and tell your friends what's on there and order in advance. Figure out what you want. I think you can find these online too. You choose your pasta, tell them what kind of sauce you want. You even get some grappa, huh? These are the meatball appetizers. We got some soup. We said, just bring us everything. We want to try everything. That's what we do, right? Why not? And we ate every darn thing too. It was so good. Here's our pasta. And that was pretty good too. I thought the sauces were pretty. We had to rush out of there too because we heard they sold vibrators in the convenience store. And yeah, I asked for a recommendation. I've never seen this in a shipped convenience store.
Sir, which vibrator do you recommend?
Since it's adult only, you can get away with things. Now, the only thing I didn't see were toothbrushes. Just about everything else, soap and hair stuff and combs, nail clippers, everything's here, but I didn't see toothbrushes. This is, we booked this originally, the test kitchen. It's for the really trendy people who really don't want to eat because the food kind of looks kind of cool, but it's actually kind of gross. They use really weird spices, tiny dishes, I don't know. And then there was this spontaneous entertainment nonsense, which was really, I mean, you couldn't walk down the stairs because they won't let you down there. And this was like the worst. These 2 actors look like they're in pain doing this stupid show. And what really made me mad is I sat there, went through this whole thing, and they only had 2 cookies. So if you're not the first 2 people there, you get no cookie. And I was so devastated. I had to get myself a shot of tequila after that. I felt so left out. And then they're like, thank God this is over. This show's so weird. So I moseyed on down to the club. And I'll tell you what, one too many tequilas, and you're gonna be on the floor in this room. You will get disoriented fairly easily, but it's a neat place. Leads you into the club where they have a bunch
And
of
rule
the
number
shows.
4, you're going to want to take pictures, right? I can see you're already taking pictures.
And there is a drag show in the manor. And there's a lot of participation. And I can't play the real music because I'm not allowed to, but this girl's a trip. It's a great show. It's a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy it. And then there was Scarlet Night upstairs, which hardly anybody participated. Actually, I had better participation on that night, too. We bolted it. But listen, on deck 14, you can hear every bass thump while they have things going on. It's about 10:45. So if that bothers you, that's going to be a problem. You might want to stay a little lower. Day 3, Bimini. We started off in the Galley. Decided to have breakfast up here, see what this was all about. And here it's like a food court, like a shopping mall, except you're not supposed to order at the counters, although you can. But you can sit at your table, and then a waiter or waitress will come around and take your order. So I got bagel and lox and some schmear. Why not, right? And right outside, we actually canceled our reservation for Gunbae. This is your Korean barbecue because, I don't know, the food didn't look great. I mean, I'm sure it's wonderful if you're into this kind of stuff, but we're into traditional Japanese and Chinese, and the Korean stuff's like, you have to cook it yourself, too. I didn't think that was exciting. So we got off the boat and tooled about on these golf carts. What's amazing is they're all gas. You would think that they would be all electric on this little island, but they hate electric, apparently. And they dump you off at this meeting station. And then you we took the cultural tour, which they stopped at a bunch of tourist traps and some beautiful beaches, some of the most beautiful water we have ever seen in our lives on the Bimini Island in Bahamas. A lot of people dive here, a lot of people snorkel here, but look how clear the water is. It's fabulous. It really is. So along the ride, you're going to see a lot of broken down buildings and hurricane stuff, and you get to stop at a pirate's house, and he shows you all kinds of stuff. And you stop at this place near Radio Beach. And this, look at this beach, right? It looks like something out of a storybook.
I don't know how you go.
And at the end, they teach you how to dance.
Go one at a time. Left leg first. One.
Well, they tried anyway.
3, 4. Then right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then Tim was getting down with his bad self. Check him out. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3, and look at him. Moving like a native bohemian. Look at him getting down. Making his own moves and shaking him here. Of course, Felicia was scared. She didn't do it. And then we stopped at this conch place. Try to pull this guy. He's like, I ain't going out. So what they do is they just beat the heck out of him. They smash him and they stab him with a knife, and then you just yank him out. And he made me do it. Ew.
Oh my God.
Oh, nasty.
It's like an afterbirth. And what do you do with it?
You just cut the heck out of it and throw the rest away for chum, I guess.
Oh, hell no. What is that? I don't need it.
Can we put it to the side? Can we take
The
it?
woman, she actually kept it. She kept this thing and took it. So we got back on this crazy tram, went back to the beach club, which Carnival also uses. They just changed the sign. This place is gorgeous. As a matter of fact, I'm considering taking a Carnival cruise to see how they change this place up when Carnival's here. So it's not exclusive to Virgin, but it's a beautiful place, well-staffed, super service, and the water is phenomenal, as you'll see here in a second. Plenty of places to hang. If you don't want to be in the sun, there are a lot of umbrellas, a lot of seats. You do not have to rent a $500 cabana. Actually, I thought it was a waste of time. I mean, you do get waiter service there, but I didn't think there were anything to write home about. Beautiful swimming pools here. A lot of people didn't go in the ocean. They were afraid. I mean, there's sharks in that ocean. They just went in the pool, had a great time in there with the bars right there. It's just a really nice place to hang out for an afternoon. Just look at that water. Oh my God. And so many Speedos. Hang on, I'm going to show you a couple of guys in Speedos walking in a sec, because you have to see Speedos. You don't see them here in the state. And they're just so exciting. As a matter of fact, I'm going to roll it in slow motion. Go ahead. How you doing? Look at that bright orange. He wants you to see him. Now, if you're a rock star, you have this special covered area to eat. And they will provide waiter and waitress service for you. There's also a nice big bar here, and it's covered. And it's really nice to get out of the heat, I'm not going to lie. And they give you this as it was a kind of a curry-enriched menu. It's very, very strange, slanted a little Indian, if you will, but it was really good. The chicken and potatoes were really, really good. And the regular normie people had to walk up to this thing and get in line. And there were flies and mosquitoes and bugs. You want to use bug spray on Bimini. I guess they have a mosquito problem. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but I came back with a few bites. Got back on the ship, and of course Felicia wanted to have ice cream for dinner, so she did. Here she can. You're an adult. And then we saw the Diva. The Diva put on a great show. She has so much energy and a wonderful personality. Not a big turnout for this show, but definitely worth seeing. It's some fun. She's pretty comical. Then we went to the main theater, which had been reconfigured, which is a newer ship, so they can do things like this. Remember the other day, it had seats all the way down on the stage. Now they had seats on the other side of the stage for this thing called Dual Reality, D-U-E-L. This is interesting. A lot of fake fighting. It's kind of silly. They had a juggle off. Who doesn't do this, right? And then a girl with like 35 hula hoops. Yeah, filler, I guess. There were a couple cool things about it. They did some stuff on the chains. They also did a bunch of stuff which I didn't capture on the poles, where they slid down to nearly smashing their face in the bottom. That was insane. And this was really cool, too. The little seesaw off. So the red team was supposed to be against the blue team, and at the end they all get together and make up, shake hands, and hug, and kumbaya, you know what I mean? So it was time for me just to chill and just collect my thoughts. Day 4 is a sea day. Now, when you're going from Bimini to Miami, which is like a 20-minute boat ride, there's really nowhere to go, so you just kind of sit on the ocean, and it's really hot out there. It's crazy. So we were fortunately invited to a bridge tour to meet the captain, Captain Giovanni.
Hi.
And this is kind of neat. It'll show you how the ship operates.
Good morning.
You can ask questions. You can actually just get a sense of how everything works.
You're very welcome to the bridge. My name is Graham. I'm one of the third officers on board, and I'll be conducting your bridge tour today. Okay. So this is the navigational bridge, the best office in the house. We have lots of windows to look out, which is good. And it's manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're welcome to gather around, and I'll tell you a story. This window here on the floor is 90 feet approximately off the ground, off the water level, and it's structural. So it serves a purpose. The idea is that when we come alongside the berth, this will line up, and the captain can see, obviously, while he's standing here controlling, he can see and line everything up perfectly. If you look this way, it gives you a good view down the side of the ship. And we have cameras additionally as well to help with seeing at water level. Do it.
Do it.
Well, I'm going to lay on that deck and I don't know where that is.
Just jump. Can you swim?
No, I don't like that. No, you do it.
Let me take a picture.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The picture, I love it.
Ho! I mean land!
A hole on the land.
And then after this, I was locked in the brig again, but only for a couple hours this time. This is our rock star agent, Lazar. Fabulous. Ask for him by name. He is amazing. So again, trying to digest, and we went back up to the Galley, which is their food court again. Got some, I got this buffalo cheese sandwich. Oh, it's so good. Felicia got some kind of tacos or pork tacos. And check out the Bloody Mary.
What the hell is that?
There's some kind of pepper. Don't eat those. Things are hot, okay? All right, for dinner that night, we went to the Wake, which is their...
Very good evening. Welcome to the Wake. My name is Dragan. I will be your server for tonight. Right?
Dragan.
Offer some water for you for the beginning. Yes.
This is their steak and seafood restaurant. This is the nicest restaurant.
Shall be only one.
And it was so fancy, they had napkin rings. I had to keep it. I've never seen one before. I don't get out much.
What am I doing?
And they give you some beautiful bread, which is light and fluffy and airy. And we ordered all the appetizers. We're such gluttons, right? Well, I want to try everything, so I know what to tell you. The only thing I wouldn't recommend is this bone marrow. It was really fatty, greasy, nasty. I wouldn't order that again. It looks neat, but...
Shut the front door.
And Felicia likes her filet well done. Yeah, no comment. And I got salmon because Felicia doesn't like fish.
Yeah, I got caviar on mine, okay?
Oh, yeah, fish eggs.
There's like fish eggs on here. Ew.
Yeah, so good.
Where's your American steak sauce? I just wanted to see it.
So we got all the sides too. And try them all. Mushrooms were really good. Potatoes were yummy. Spinach was a little off, a little too buttery. But other than that, everything was really good. Highly recommend it. And then we went to this show called NSA, Never Sleep Alone. And we thought it was like a... Well, you'll see. It's a musical. I thought it was more like a... Yeah, what is this? This just starts out singing Madonna. Why does a doctor sing? So, yeah, group participation, no holds barred. And then you have to ask a stranger what is your first erotic experience. It was just really weird. And then they had this contest, and the only thing you won was a golden condom if you won. It was completely embarrassing, too. But people were really good sports. Then we had to cut out of there early because we wanted to go to the Untitled dance something, and there's a reason why it's Untitled. I think it's unscripted, too. It's just a bunch of... It's like they let the dancers... They're like, all right, go ahead, just do whatever you want on stage. And I guess you're supposed to want to dance.
Observe as we discover human expressions usually suppressed by conditions of the so-called real world.
It's kind of like, I don't know, Blue Man Group, but without the blue and without the coordinated fun stuff. And all they were doing is dancing, really. Everybody's kind of stood around and like, yeah, wow. And this is an hour long and wasn't much participation here either. Yeah, they stop once in a while and do a little skit or something. And, a lot of people were leaving. They're like, what is this? I don't understand. Well, it's Untitled, so it's... And, of course, there's the bald guy with the beard who over-dances. I don't know, kind of insecurity problems. I'm not sure what's going on here. And he's everywhere, you know, just skip it. So we're at Richard's Rooftop, which is really cool, because at about 6:30 every night you can get free champagne.
Richard's
But it closes
Rooftop
at,
at night.
I think, 7 or 8.
Lame.
And it's dead at night. This is a great place to come watch stars. Right? Watch the sky. Instead, all you can see is pink smoke with no drinks, unless you brought your own. So yeah, I might want to open that up at night. I think people get a kick out of that. Here's Diner and Dash, the only place open 24 hours for food. You can come up here and get your stuff. I think you can get it through room service, too. I think everything else closes. You can get breakfast 24 hours a day there. We went back to the pizza place because we were still hungry after dinner. And the pizza, I'm not going to lie, was so good. You'll be here several times, too. I think it's in the back of Deck 7. And we finally returned back to Miami on day 5. Watched a beautiful sunrise. So it was a fun cruise. It was very open-minded. The people were a lot different from a lot of cruises we've seen in terms of accepting just about everything. But I think you will have a good time. You'll enjoy it. And tell them that Tim... Oh, excellent. Just walk off. We were supposed to set a time to leave. We just walked off the ship. Super easy. So make sure you see our videos about the suite and also about Key West. My name is Tim. Thanks for watching.